Hello, welcome to this rundown of what is URF, what is different than Summoner's Rift, as well as what can we use the technical information I'll go through for. I have come up with a couple of examples. Credits to the people behind the League of Legends wiki. I have basically all my information from there, and all their sites as well as all their first-hand sources they have their knowledge from is in the description below. So, who is URF actually? This is URF the Manatee. He was or he's still basically an April Fool's mascot for League of Legends. Back in, I think it's 2014. No, that's when URF was released. Never mind. But he was an April Fool's joke as a character they said they would release, and they ended up not releasing him. They did give him like a bit of lore. He does have like a flavor story from the Journal of Legends or whatever we did have back then for all the old lores. You can still look all of these up. But yeah, in case you don't recognize him from his splash art, but do you think he's familiar? You might more be thinking of his skin, the skin line of URF, where that is kind of related to his flavor story. But I'll leave that for you. So let's just get directly on to gameplay. What is different? Firstly, the above that basically put the foundation on what makes it different from Summoner's Rift. Everybody is granted the awesome buff of awesomely awesome buffing. It reduces all mana and energy consumption to 0, and health consumption is health cost on abilities is reduced to 50%. Everybody gets 300 ability haste, summoner spells haste, and item haste for item actives and stuff. You also get granted 25% tenacity, 60 movement speed, bonus attack speed as a multiplier on your base attack speed, so that is 1.5%. For ranged characters, that's 2. You also get an experience bonus, which fits with the new level cap of 30, where you now get 90 experience every 30 seconds. You get a crit bonus, a bonus to crit damage of 25% bonus crit damage. Mana and mana regen items become health regen and health items at a 35% conversion rate, that you no longer use mana or mana regen. And champs are individually buffed or nerfed. I won't come into the details of that, but they basically have for every character, for every champ, not every champ, but a lot of champs have they added a bonus of how much damage they take, or nerf that so they take more damage, or they do more damage. And in even some particular cases, they have even changed their abilities to some degree of some champions. Like the best example I can come up with, Teemo's rooms are normally no cap, like how many you can have on the around. In URF, it is capped at 15 rooms. Okay, continuing on. Healing is nerfed, as well as shielding, to be fair, but healing is at the start of a game only 50% effective, and it becomes 1% more effective every 30 seconds so you get your full effectiveness on your heals at 25 minutes. Shields are nerfed to a 70% effectiveness, except if they are ultimate abilities. They still function as normal. Turrets, you have a turret that flings you, that apparently deals damage if you hit. I didn't realize this, but that's 120 damage to 460 magic damage based on level. I was not sure whose level though, if that's just average level or just yours. I would have to assume yours, but it wasn't specified. You now get passive gold when minions die around you. You don't no longer need to CS to get the gold. But if you do CS or you do last hit, you will get bonus goals of 19.6, 29.6, or 84 gold. Why? How the 0.6 works, I really don't know, but that's what they say. I don't see the logic. Yeah, so now you can get to level 30 as I said. And now you can surrender at 8 minutes for the early surrender, or you can surrender normally at 10 minutes. You would need the unanimous vote at 8 minutes to surrender there. Plating is already gone at 8 minutes, and plating health now goes from 500 to 1500, and now each plate gives 300 gold per plate. So let's go into some of the more specific changes, like the summoner spells. Teleport is just been disabled. Clarity is pseudo-disabled. Clarity is a summoner spell you can't actually pick normally either, but it is pseudo-disabled because now it's impossible to get it. And smite charges is now 120 seconds. It's actually been nerfed. You have to wait another 30 seconds to get your charge, but the cooldown between quests have been reduced to 10 seconds. How about runes? At least this is the disabled runes. You can no longer use spellbook, meaning you don't have access to teleport, nor clarity, which is the only way of getting clarity normally is using spellbook. And it gets replaced automatically if you pick it to first strike, which grants gold. Ingenious Hunter is also disabled. It normally gives item haste. That is, haste scales exponentially. Reverse. I forgot the word for it, but reverse exponentially. So you get very little out of running Ingenious Hunter. So they have probably nerfed it as a what is called a noob trap. Then Treasure Hunt, and it's replaced with Treasure Hunter instead, which grants you gold. Mana Flow Ban, which gives you mana and mana regen. Really, that would just be really weak health alternatives. So that has been replaced by Nullifying of Shields. Presence of Mind gives you mana. Gets replaced, for Triumph, which grants you health and takedown. I personally think they should just kept those two options for maximizing health, but that's just my opinion, my really dumb opinion, but mine nonetheless. On to the other runes differences. Domination. Predator, the cooldown now has been reduced to 80 to it's now 80 to 50 seconds based on level. Electrocute cooldown is now 10 seconds at all levels. Taste of Blood cooldown is now 10 seconds. Dark Harvest cooldown is 12 seconds. Its base damage is now 10 to 15 damage based on level. AP ratio of Dark Harvest is 10%, and the AD ratio is 20% of your bonus AD. So not just your AD like the AP is, that is an actual difference to URF. And then the damage per soul is 2. On to Sorcery. Phase Rush cooldown is now 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds you can be the fastest person alive. Nullifying Orb, 30 seconds cooldown. Gathering Storm, the stat bonuses now come every 6 seconds instead of every 12 seconds. Resolve Tree, Grass of Undying. Now when you triggered Grass of Undying, you get 15 HP. As a ranged champion, you now get 9. Aftershock cooldown has been changed to 15 seconds. Demolish cooldown is 30 seconds. That I should probably know since I like to just run it down with Sign. Conditioning. Stat buff now arrived at 6 minutes instead of, I believe it was also 12. They're really glad of just having numbers. Inspiration Tree. Glacial Augment. Cooldown at 15 seconds. Per target, I believe. I didn't write that, but it should be per target. First Strike cooldown is 15 to 9 seconds based on level. Magical Footwear. The timer now starts at 6 because Magical Footwear gives you a boost after 12 minutes, which the timer reduced with 45 seconds every time you get a takedown. That timer doesn't start at 12, but now 6. Minion dematerializer, I don't know how to say that. Initial cooldown is 2 minutes, so you can't use the bombs before 2 minutes into the game. Biscuit delivery. Interval between the biscuits is just 1.5 minutes instead of the 2 minutes it was before. So you have the biscuits already at, that's 3 minutes. For 4.5 minutes you have all 3 biscuits instead of at 6 minutes. Items. Disabled items. Cull is disabled, Dark Seal, Magi's Soul Stealer, I think it's called. The support items, Atlas is disabled, and the Wardstone items are disabled. The jungle item requirements have been halved to 10 to 20 treats instead of the 20 to 40 treats in a normal game. Heartsteel, that cooldown has now been changed to 40 seconds. Sundered Sky, its base heal is now 110% of your base AD. Meanwhile, its heal, the heal is now 4% of missing health. Yes, I hope that makes sense. I have never used the item, so I only read it, and I assume that's correct. It sounds a bit weird now reading out loud, because it has 2 effects. Jungle, the difference in the jungle. The dragon now spawns at 4 minutes, the same with the Void Grubs. The dragon respawns every 2.5 minutes, and it has a significant health buff. As a health buff we don't see with the Void Grubs apparently, but it disappears. The Void Grubs disappear at 10 minutes, where Nasha now spawns, and it respawns every 5 minutes, and gains Hand of Baron as well as the Eye of the Shelly. Eye of the Herald, I mean. And it also has a significant health buff. Seems worthwhile to mention, since I kind of forgot to mention it, you see here in the bottom, there's a disclaimer of the information here. They haven't re-released the information on Earth this year, so a lot of the information about the base stats and stuff, base differences from what's it called, from Summoner's Rift, has been taken from earlier years. Just so you know. Finish us. I have never seen this and I have no clue what this is, but apparently there's something called the Golden Spatula Club, and if you equip one of these 3 profile pictures, when you get a takedown you get a special effect. I have never noticed this, I never knew this was a thing, and I've not looked up what the Golden Spatula Club is, so now you have something to look into if you're interested. So what can we do with all this random information about it changed the stats and stuff? I have 2 fun ideas I wanted to share. Firstly, it's really easy to get 100% tenacity now. If you just look 100% tenacity up online, you'll see a lot of people just abusing Garen or Milio's abilities to do it. But you can now do it with like any champion, just with these 2 items: Mercury Threads, Starix Gauge, and then the Elixir of Iron. So yeah, they awesomely buff stuff. Gives you 25% tenacity. So if you just add that on top of the 70% tenacity of the Starix Gauge and this 70% of the Merc Threads, you now get this is just the equation for it. But with use these 2 items and drink an elixir and you get 100% tenacity on any champion. I think that's kind of wild. So what is the other thing I've came up with? 100% versus 0% vision. This is abusing specific champions. This is basically just abusing how much cooldown reduction you can get, so building full cooldown reduction. But on Twisted Fate and Nocturne specifically, because Nocturne can blind the enemy team, meanwhile Twisted Fate can give you 100% vision of all the enemy champions. So I always find this combination really fun, then just have 3 hyper carries to abuse it, like maybe global ultimates are teleports of some kind. But what you have here is then we have the malignant heart and the experimental hex plate that gives you a lot of ultimate specific cooldown reduction. So that's what I've noted here. The 45% and 30% is just what is adding their ultimate specific with their normal ability haste. Wow, I'm bad at speaking. There's definitely other champions you can do this on, and you have your own favorite champions you want to do this on. But this is just a build I always find fun. And then you can run either one of these two items. The one of them is 80, the other one is like Exonium Hag and Archangel Staff for AP and AD respectively. Basically, just showing examples of it. Both champions can use whatever. And that is in itself 100 ability haste, which with the 300 ability haste you get from Earth, the awesomely often buff of awesomeness, you get 400 ability haste, which, as you can see on this graph to the right, or you probably can't see, but I just wanted to show the reciprocal, exponentially growing, falling, not growing, whatever you call it, function that shows that with more ability haste you get less and less cooldown reduction. But I still found this idea fun. You will now have 80% cooldown reduction on your ultimate. How fast that is with 3 items, of course, but still, I feel like then you have room for an item to actually kill somebody. So here's the cooldowns. For Nocturne, his base cooldowns is 140, 150 to 90, and all these items together with the 300 ability haste from Earth will give his cooldowns, make his cooldowns 28, 23 to 18 seconds. With death counters at 20 seconds, already 20 minutes into the game, you can do this. So you know one person is never playing the game. You can 15 or 20 minutes into the game, you can make sure somebody is not allowed to play the game. Just bring that out there. I don't recommend doing that. That would be very rude, but I found that fun. Twisted Fate, his base cooldown is 180, 150, 120, but altogether with the items and Earth buff, you get 36 seconds, 30 seconds, and 24 seconds on their ability cooldown. So that is all I have for you. So thank you for your time, and I hope you now understand Earth a little bit better. I don't think you can use this information much, but if you can, yeah, good for you. Bye.